Hey, what's good everyone? This is Marlon from Marlon Media. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that I get a question on a lot, and this is what type of music should I be making? This is from people that's just starting out making music. They follow my channel, they see that I do some beat making production type videos, and they are looking for answers. They've got all this equipment, they've got their software, and they are confused. They don't know what type of music to make. Now, there isn't an easy answer to this, and I've thought about it, and my advice is I can share what my experience has been, and hopefully that will help to answer the question. When I started doing this, actually on video and stuff like this on YouTube, I wasn't sure of the direction that I was going in, to be honest with you. However, what I did was I stuck with things that I was familiar with. I grew up listening to a lot of R&B music, a lot of reggae music, some dance music, and I find that these are the things that I'm familiar with, and that's a good place to start. So a lot of my productions have a strong influence from the genres of music that I listen to all the time. So what I would say is examine your playlist on your phone or whatever you listen to your music on, and see what things you listen to all the time. If you listen to a lot of hip hop, maybe that's a good place to start. Chances are, without you even knowing it, you already know what's good to go together in these types of music because you listen to them so much. You know when a bass works with a drum, you know when a melody works with a synth sound or some other thing. So putting together these productions for you would be a lot easier than going into unfamiliar territory that will then put you under a certain amount of pressure, and then you won't be able to deliver and you get frustrated and it kills your creativity. So always start with things you're familiar with, so examine those genres, and that helps you in the sense that it will make it more enjoyable for you as well. And it's not just about, okay, I want to create something cool, but you don't have that pressure of having to go outside of your comfort zone. Now, when you do these projects that you are familiar with, you don't necessarily have to create something original. Just go ahead and pick a track that you think you can tackle and do a remake. Do remakes that will help you to hone your craft. You can challenge yourself to saying, look, I'm going to try and recreate, even if it's not the entire track, I'm going to try and recreate the hook of a track or the bass line of a track. And there are certain elements and certain production styles that are used in different tracks, even though they might be in the same genre. And you might actually learn a thing or two from just doing those. And once you've learned those things through trial and error or through research, you can go ahead and start doing some more original work, incorporating those new skills that you've learned. Now, one of the other things is, what's the reason behind you making music? Are you motivated by thinking that, okay, I'm going to make a ton of money if I do a particular type of production because it's popular and because lots of people are doing it, and you think that you can make a lot of money from it? Well, you'll be sorely disappointed. There's not a lot of money involved in music making at a certain level anyway. So this is something that you have to be motivated to do because you enjoy doing it, and not because you think that, okay, I'm going to become famous or I'm going to make a lot of money, because trust me, it's going to take a lot more hard work and dedication than you probably think you're willing to put in to get to a level where you're actually going to make money to that point where you can now choose to do certain types of things. That being said, if you get your production up to a certain level and the quality's there and people like what you do, you will get people approaching you to commission you for work. So if it is that you want to sort of make music for use in films and documentaries and that sort of thing, you can actually decide to learn that sort of music and to learn how to make that sort of music and create an actual library of doing that and try and make some money from doing that, if that's your motivation. For me, my motivation is my therapy comes from music. A lot of the times I come home from working on other projects that I do, and I just feel like, I want to just chill, play something on the keyboard. I have so many ideas that I've put together that are half or quarter ideas, if you will, that I can go back to and say, look, I'm going to flesh this out today. And, you know, there's times when I record things on my phone when I don't have, you know, my equipment around me. I just go ahead and sing a melody or hum a melody into my phone just to be able to capture that moment because I've had an idea. And so many of the things that I do are influenced by the music that I listen to. So again, it comes right back to that. The next thing I want to say is take away the pressure. I've got my list here. Take away the pressure of wanting to make music to please to please other people, or to fall into a particular category because you think it's the thing to do or it's popular. You know, examine what you want to do and what makes you feel good. If you decide to go with something just because everyone else is jumping on it and, you know, it's not really what you want to do genre wise, but you feel like, okay, it's going to get me some traction, you're going to be under a lot more pressure and you might not feel as creative as if you were doing something that you feel like, okay, that's what I feel in my heart and this is what I want to do. So it comes down to examining yourself and taking away that pressure as well. That does help. Now, don't get me wrong, when you actually learn and you hone your skills in the genres that you're familiar with and you learn certain production techniques and so on, you can then start experimenting, which is my next point. You do experimentation with crossing over into different genres or bringing various elements from different genres into your main type of production that you do, your style that you do, as well as you can just try totally different genres and it will tell you something. It will tell you, how do I feel? You know, you can examine, how do I feel about making this type of stuff? If you feel like your creativity flows well with another genre, then start doing some stuff in that genre as well. And there's always something to learn. You'll never be at a point where you know everything about music production and you feel like you can't learn anything more. It's just like anything else creativity wise. You constantly are on a learning journey, and that's the brilliant part of it. So to summarize, do things that you're accustomed to, examine the music that you're accustomed to, and secondly, take away the pressure. Don't feel like you have to follow trends and go into a certain area that you don't necessarily feel like you want to. And thirdly, experimentation, and hopefully in a roundabout way that has answered the question. Got a question for you guys. If you want to participate in the discussions, just leave a comment below inside this video and everyone else can chime in and tell each other what their opinions are and seeing how they go about choosing what genre to start with or to focus on when it comes on to music making. Hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching this video. Stay creative and I'll catch you next time. Peace.